Welcome to another video in my Mountain West Bowl preview series. We're looking at 6-6 Utah State versus 6-6 Memphis in the SERVPRO First Responders Bowl. This game taking place on Tuesday, 27th of December, 1:15 p.m. Mountain Central Time on ESPN. Memphis favored in this game, given an 80.5% chance of winning and 7.5-point favorites by Vegas in this matchup. I think that this game is going to be a lot closer than what the experts are predicting. So make sure you watch all the way to the end for my score prediction. We're going to look at top storylines for both these programs, key players, and also keys to the game for both of these teams. And like I said, a score prediction at the end. Make sure you let me know in the comments what your score predictions are, what you think I got wrong, what you think I got right, and how you think this bowl game is going to go for your favorite team. Make sure you like, subscribe, and stick around all the way to the end for the score prediction. All right, so getting started right off the bat here. Storylines, looking at Memphis. Remember when Memphis went and got crushed by Penn State in New Year's Six bowl game in the Cotton Bowl? I mean, that was only in 2019. It seems so long ago that happened. This is a team that's had two straight 6-6 seasons, and they backed out of their bowl last year. This is a Memphis team that, they kind of reached those heights there, and then Penn State smacked them around, and they have been on a downward trend, obviously losing their coach after that game, and it has not been the same Memphis team that we saw during that 2019 season at all. This has been a tough year for this Memphis team, just like it was last season. Can they finish off the year with a little bit of success here against a Mountain West team, a good Mountain West team, a team that, again, looking at the storylines here for Utah State, also is having a down year from what they were able to do last year. Won the Mountain West last season, went 11-3. But this year, due to large part to the injuries to Logan Bonner, who's now done with football because of those injuries, this has not been the same team that Utah State put forth last year either. So both these teams, Utah State's fall a little bit more recent. Both of these teams not achieving what they have been able to do in the recent past. Coming into this game, both 6-6, trying to build something for next year. Top players for these two teams. Well, for Utah State, you take away Logan Bonner. Who steps up? Well, it's been Cooper Legos. He's had a pretty good year overall. 1,465 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, added 278 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Not the quarterback at all that Logan was, but he's had 3 straight 200-plus yard games, including a 306-yard performance versus Boise State. He's definitely a quarterback that is getting better as he experiences more playing time. So I think you're going to continue to see that success that he's built on bleed into this matchup as well. Of course, they gave Boise State a strong run for their money there in Boise State senior night. Boise State being able to pull out the win, fortunately, in that one. But Logan Bonner had a good, Cooper Legos had a good game in that one, and he's had a good end of the season here. Looking at Memphis, it's going to be Xavier Cullins, the linebacker for them. What a do-it-all NFL caliber player. 104 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 passes defended, 3 interceptions, 2 of those returned for touchdowns, 1 forced fumble, and 4 fumbles recovered. This is a monster on the defensive end, not on the defensive side of the ball here for Memphis. This is going to be a tough matchup going up against this player here for Utah State. Now, Utah State, they've been able to perform well here towards the end of the season, but this is a tough team to go play. Even though they're not that 2019 Memphis team, this is still a good team with some good high caliber players that Utah State is going to have to face. So keys to the game here for Memphis, do not underestimate. This is a Utah State team that's 6-6, but it's still a Utah State team that has shown some strong things down the stretch here, and it's the same team as far as most of the roster, if you account for the loss of the starting quarterback, that was able to go out and have such a great year last year, that 11-2 or 11-3 overall and Mountain West Championship record, and then go and beat Oregon State in their bowl game. So this is still a tough, quality Utah State team. Don't underestimate. Play to your strength. The strength of this Memphis team is their passing game. 3,287 yards passing. They have a great quarterback who just wasn't able to get top player in this one because of how amazing that linebacker is. But they have a good quarterback, 3,287 yards passing, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. No back this season has gone for over 500 yards. This is a pass-heavy attack. Don't mix things up in this one. Don't think that you have some opportunity to try some new things out, because Utah State will scare you. They will surprise you. And I think there's going to be some opportunities in the passing game. I've harped and railed on Boise State focusing on the run game this year, but against Utah State, they were having success in the passing game and they went away from it. There are opportunities versus Utah State team in through the air. Don't self-reduce, self-limit by taking away that passing threat and focusing on the running game. The passing game, I think, is where you're going to have success with Utah State game, so lean into that. For Utah State, their biggest goal here, I think, should just be to slow the game down. Memphis is going to hit you with a high up-tempo passing attack that's going to have your defense frazzled and tired. When your offense is on the field, you want to elongate these drives as much as possible. Focus on the ground game. Put that ball in the hands of your running backs and take pressure off of Legos as he continues to try and build and develop this team. Take pressure off of your quarterback and allow them to slow the game down, build them to a rhythm, and let the defense rest. So the big thing here, take pressure off of Legos and build a team that doesn't rely on one player. You know, you've got a team that relied on Logan Bonner and they lost him, and it's not been the same team. You cannot have, even if you develop Legos as he continues to get better, you still can't have a team that relies on one player. You need to start having that balanced system where next man up can take over and still have success, and maybe not high level, 10-win success, but get you to more than just a 6-6 season. So start building that in this bowl game. Look for more than just Legos to lead this program. Look for that ground game. Build for the future, slow down the game overall, and let your defense rest. That's going to be the biggest key overall here for Utah State. So my prediction in this one, I think Utah State gets the win. I think Memphis is vulnerable. I think they're overhyped. I think they get a lot of that East Coast bias, and everyone sees them, they're playing some Mountain West school. Obviously, they're going to get the win. Let's give an 80.5% chance of winning. I don't think that's the case. I think Utah State is a team that's gotten better and better each game that they've played here towards the end of the stretch. I think that the 3 200-plus yard games, 3 straight 200-plus yard passing games show that Cooper Legos is developing and becoming a better threat in the offense for this Utah State team. Obviously, the defense is going to be tough to work around, but I think that Utah State can get this win. The games that they have won have been mostly high-scoring affairs, and I don't expect anything different in this one. I think Utah State gets the win here, 42-31, puts up a lot of points, gets enough done on defense. They were actually pretty good on defense versus Boise State. I think they can build and continue to develop that. I think Utah State ends up getting the win in this matchup versus Memphis for a big win for the Mountain West Conference in that head-to-head matchup versus the American Athletic Conference. So again, make sure you let me know what you think I got wrong, what you think I got right, and what you think the score prediction is going to be, what your score predictions are for this matchup. Thanks so much for watching. As always, go Big Blue!